Good morning, class 8, and an advance happy Diwali like we started. So, hopefully, all of you, even if you burst crackers, if you have to be a little sensible about not polluting, and as you all only realize that this is important, that we are already suffering from a shortage of oxygen. So, this much is required that we be careful, and some of the boys are getting bhai phota, so on bhai dooj we say that, and girls, even girls can give phota nowadays, so which is we are breaking all the trends. The girls cricket team is playing so well, so I can always say that if there is a sister, you have a sister, you can always give your, and not a brother, you can always go ahead and give her phota and just do enjoy, have fun, spend good time with each other. Okay, so let us begin with what we were doing. Crackers and all affecting what? The atmosphere. So we were doing atmospheric pressure and winds. Okay, tell me, last day when we were doing atmospheric pressure, did you understand the pressure belts, or should I do it once again? The pressure belts part. Is it good,
I
CCP?
understood.
Huh?
Ma'am, I understood.
Understood. So, pressure belts part, should I was doing the pressure belts part. Very simply, very quickly, let me recapitulate once. I've kept it at a little distance so that you all can see the screen properly. Okay, so if this is the earth, okay, so we have the equator in the middle, which is 0 degree. So equator exactly this is not really the middle of this. Sorry, I'll make it a little bit more down. Yes, around here. So this is 0 degree, which is equator. So you can take it, let me take a different color. Let me take blue. Okay, 5 degrees north, 5 degrees south. Okay, in the middle, 5 degrees north to south. This is a very hot region of the earth. This is a very hot region of the earth. So this part is known as this is near the equator. So from 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south. This is known as what pressure belt?
Equatorial low pressure belt.
Exactly. Near the equator, just from 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south, you can say this is a narrow, low pressure belt because it is extremely hot in this region, and it is known by the name of equatorial low pressure. Now, I will explain to you why it is also called doldrums a little bit later on when I go to the winds part. Now, this is equatorial low pressure. Now, as you move towards the tropics, the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn what is the value of Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn? What is the latitudinal value?
Ma'am, 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south.
Exactly, 23.5, or you can write 23.5. Now, not exactly on the tropics, but a little above the tropics. You can take it here. That is, let me now use this color. Just near the tropics. So you can take it this way, that from 20, let's take it this way, that 25 degrees north to 35 degrees north, and you can take it again down south, 25 south to 25 degrees south to 35 degrees south. Or you can write, give a line in the middle of the two lines, and mark in the middle of the two lines and mark 30 degree. So on both sides, in both, let me give a different.
Ma'am, Meghavini is in the waiting room. Can you admit her?
Admitted Meghavini. I just admitted Meghavini. You tell Meghavini I have just admitted her. Let me use dot for this. Okay. Let me use dots for this. Okay. Now, this is near the tropics 25 to 35. 25, these are all latitudes. Because latitudes, remember from your class 5 learning, latitudes determine heat zones of the earth, longitudes, time zones. Okay. So from 25 to 35 north and 25 to 35 south, these two belts are known as what? These are high pressure.
Is it known as subtropical high pressure belt?
Exactly. So I have used blue color. So there are two subtropical high pressure belts. One is north and one is in the south. So they are known as subtropical because they are close. 23 and a half is the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. That is why subtropical high. Okay, again, subtropical high. So these two are subtropical high pressure belts. This is the equatorial low. We have one belt in the middle, which is the equatorial low, subtropical high, two subtropical high, one in the northern hemisphere, one in the southern hemisphere. Then again, you have another belt in the north and in the south. This is approximately from 65 degrees north to 75 degrees north. Again, you can write it 65 degrees south to 75 degrees south. This is again opposite. So low pressure, high pressure. Again, you have low pressure.
Low pressure.
Are known as, what are they close to?
Subpolar low.
Ma'am, subpolar region.
South poles, exactly. They are very close to the North Pole and the
Ma'am, the polar regions.
polar region. This is the South Pole and the North Pole. They are very close to the polar regions. Hence, now these two pressure belts from 65 to 75, or you can draw 70 in the middle and you can do it. These two pressure belts, they are known as, since they are close to the poles, but not exactly at the poles. They are close to the poles, but not exactly at the poles. Hence, these two belts are called subpolar.
Ma'am, subpolar low pressure belt.
Low pressure, exactly. Again, here also subpolar low pressure. Subpolar low pressure, subpolar low pressure. Okay. Now, exactly at the North Pole and exactly around the North Pole and around the South Pole. That's
Ma'am, the polar high pressure belts.
absolutely. Subtropical high, and this is in the polar regions, that is the North Pole and South Pole. You have two more pressure belts. These pressure belts are known as polar high pressure. Polar high pressure. Now, the reason behind this being a low pressure and these two being high pressure is very simple and very clear. Why am I saying this? This region receives a lot of sunlight, lot of insolation, temperature is
Yes.
very hot. So
Yes.
when temperature is more, Air expands. So when the thing expands, its density becomes less, means the molecules are more spread. It will occupy more
It
volume.
becomes lighter.
It becomes lighter. Air becomes lighter. And you know, in this region, air is lighter, hence it is causing low pressure. So higher the temperature, lower the pressure. Keeping that in mind, this is equatorial low. Here, the poles, the two poles, this is North Pole and this is the South Pole, very cold. So things contract when it is
Air contracts.
cold. Absolutely. Air contracts. The molecules are coming close to each other. When it is coming close to each other, it becomes heavier.
It becomes denser.
It becomes denser. It becomes heavier. Hence, we see extreme cold determines the polar high pressure. When the density is more, the pressure will be more. So, polar high and equatorial low is very well explained. Why so? Now, the two middle ones, these are a little opposite to the temperature conditions that we get here. Usually, near the tropics also it is hot. So it should have been subtropical low, but it is subtropical high. It should have been subtropical low if you only take temperature. Because near the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, we live near the Tropic of Cancer. Is it hot or is it cold?
Ma'am, it's hot.
It is quite hot in this region, but we have a high pressure in this zone. And near the poles, subpolar, so it's in the temperate zone, very close to the poles. The temperature is cold, but still, this is a low pressure zone. These two pressure belts are actually opposite to what the temperature conditions are. There are reasons behind this. One being the way the earth rotates, you know, the rotation of the earth brings an influence. And there is one more thing which I will explain to you when I get into the winds. Now I will, you know, as I get into the winds, this much is clear to everyone.
Ma'am, could you kindly repeat the latitudinal extent of the subpolar low pressure belt?
Subpolar low pressure, you can do it from 65 to 75. 65 to 75. The diagram is clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I ask you to draw the polar, if I ask you to draw only the pressure belts of the world, to draw only the pressure belts of the earth, you need not draw these black lines that shows the winds. You can only draw this much and you will get full marks. This is a very important diagram for this class also, for class 9 also. Remember this. And if anybody wishes to take geography in class 11 and 12, then again you will do this. So this is the base that we are forming based on your atmosphere knowledge. So this diagram will be used throughout. Okay, this is a very important diagram that goes on till class 12 that you get to learn. So you need not draw these black lines because these show the wind. We will come to the wind, but these are the pressure belts that you need to know. Okay, now coming to the main part, that is now we will do the winds, but there is a homework. A homework project that you have got from this part. I will upload the plan which has all the instructions today in Bicon. I wanted this class to be conducted before I upload the plan. So what is it that you have as a homework? All of you in a neat 1/4 chart paper or a file sheet, or you can use a whiteboard, anything you want. You will draw this diagram of the pressure belts. Okay, you can draw this diagram also. See, in this diagram and my diagram, the difference is they have I have given the upper limit and the lower limit of the latitudes. They have not given the upper and the lower limits because it actually keeps on changing a little bit. It changes a little bit. Again, why I will tell you this. That is why they have given the middle latitude. That is 60 degrees given here. Why 60 degrees given in the middle? Because the subpolar low is around 60 degrees. The subtropical high is around 30 degrees. So if you do it this way, this is also correct. But then you have to write that 30, 60 in the middle. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Yes. What about others? I need an answer, please.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone clear?
Yes,
So your work will be to neatly draw this diagram of the pressure belts and then record a video explaining the pressure belts, their importance, why they are created, or whatever information you get about these pressure belts. I'm not talking about the winds, but these pressure belts, you have to not that you can take information from the net and make a PPT and just record your voice and send. No, I need to see your face in the video, and everybody will have to make this video explaining. This is your hands-on work. Like last time you did this one, instruments, weather instruments. This time every one of you, what you will do is you will prepare a video, since we need classes to teach. So you have full month of November for this. Your date of submission is 30th of November. 30th. So I'm giving you the full month. Today is just 2nd November. Okay, so enough time. A 3 to 4 minute video for each. All of you will either draw this diagram on a neat chart paper. You can draw it in your file sheet. You can use a blackboard like this. If you have a blackboard, whiteboard at home, take a stick or take something, point out and explain. You have to explain the pressure belts of the world. Am I clear with the project?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am. That's
now you will have some marks, and for explanation you will have majority of the marks. If you make a PPT and send me, or a Word document and send me, for explanation marks I will give you a 0. I will only mark you on your diagram. Remember. So even if it is a 2 minutes video, even if you are taking points from your study material, I don't have any problem. Take points from your study material, but explain. You will draw the diagram and you will explain. Now, start with a small introduction in the video, then explain the pressure belts, then you end with a small conclusion, maybe a line, that these pressure belts are extremely important in, you can say that maintaining the, for the wind circulations, of planetary wind circulations also, you can mention that. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes,
can you like,
Hmm.
ma'am, I have a request. Can you like just send a little like writing or something about this homework so that like we don't forget or
That is what I
anything?
said.
Like since there are lots of
I will
questions.
upload the lesson plan. I will
Oh,
upload
okay.
the lesson plan,
Okay.
and in the lesson plan, everything is there. So I'll upload it in Bicon after today's class. Absolutely. By today, the lesson plan will be uploaded and it will be there. So you have time till 30th of November. Enough time I'm giving you. No hurry. I'm not doing any hurry. You learn this part. You can explain it as per in your study material. You can, it's not a long thing that I want. 2-3 minutes at least. I want to see that you know the pressure belts of the world. These are called permanent pressure belts because more or less this is found on a normal average basis. These pressure belts are existent more or less throughout the year around these latitudes. Hence, they are called more or less permanent pressure belts. They are called permanent pressure belts because they are, once again repeating, they are more or less present throughout the year around these latitudes. They are present around these latitudes. Now, I will tell you something. Now, when we get into the winds, I'm going to explain something. So, okay, this much is clear to everyone what I explained.
Yes.
Anyone having any kind of query, any kind of question with what are the pressure belts of the world? Yes, anyone? If you have, you can ask. It's all right, no problem. It might take some time to understand. Okay, till here, if you are clear with it, then I will go to the next part because that part, and this is not yet over. There are explanations left. I will be teaching it with the winds, and which winds we will be talking about? We will be talking about permanent winds. Just like these are permanent pressure belts. Now, because these permanent pressure belts are there, present on the world, permanent, they are present throughout the year. From these permanent pressure belts, winds blow. You know, the wind direction, from where to where will the wind be blowing? These are determined based on the permanent pressure belts. Let me share the whiteboard once, then it will be clear to you all. Okay, so recapitulating class 7, there is a region of high pressure and there is a region of low pressure. Winds will blow from which pressure region to which pressure region?
From high pressure to low.
From high pressure to low pressure. Very, very good. Absolutely. Winds always blow from, 1 minute, let me write wind here. Yes, wind always blows from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. Okay, and these are the permanent pressure belts of the world. So my first question to you all will be, winds will blow out from which two pressure belts?
From the subtropical
High pressure belts, low ones. So, ma'am,
Polar high pressure and the subtropical high
High
pressure.
to low, winds will blow out from which pressure belt?
Ma'am, polar high pressure belt
tropical
and
high and
subtropical
polar.
high pressure belt.
Very good. There are two high pressure belts that I have drawn with blue color. One is the subtropical high pressure and polar high pressure. Winds will blow from these pressure belts towards the equatorial low or the subpolar low. Winds will either blow from, there are winds that are blowing either from the subtropical high to the, okay, let me say it this way. The subtropical is a high pressure zone, right? Now, from here, winds blow out in two directions. The winds blow in two ways. There is a group of winds that blows towards equatorial low pressure, from high pressure to low pressure, equatorial low. And there are winds that blow from subtropical high pressure to subpolar low pressure. Is
Low
that
pressure.
clear? This much
Yes,
is
ma'am.
so
Yes, ma'am.
subtropical high to equatorial low and subtropical high to subpolar low. Now, due to, you have learned about rotation of the earth. The earth is rotating
Yes, ma'am.
axis, rotation and revolution. When the earth, anything is rotating, it is not stagnant. There is a speed, right? The thing is moving with a speed, yes or no? Please
Yes. Yes,
The
ma'am.
thing is moving with the speed, the earth is rotating with the speed. Due to the speed of rotation of the earth, there is something created called the Coriolis force. Remember, you have heard this word before. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am. In the chapter of atmosphere.
Yes. All of you. I want the
Ma'am,
other.
I don't remember.
Okay, even if you don't remember, any body, you know, any circular body or anything, if you ever notice top circulating or anything, so the earth is rotating. As the earth is rotating, you know, the earth is, let me take the freehand tool, so then it will be easy. So the earth is rotating like this, and we draw that the earth comes back rotating to it. So when the body is rotating, okay, when any body is rotating, what happens? The rotating body, it is in motion. There is a speed with which it is rotating, and this rotating body will always have a tendency to throw things outward. Can you understand what am I saying?
Yes,
Have
yes, yes,
you
ma'am.
ever, you know, try this. If anybody has Beyblades at home, pull a Beyblade. When it is rotating with full speed, put a handkerchief on top. You will see it throws away the handkerchief outside. If you ever, girls, have you played that? When we were small, we used to play this game, holding each other's hand and then going round and round. And when you stop, you both are going in two directions as if you are falling. Any moving body which is rotating, it will have a tendency to throw things outwards. This is known as Coriolis force. Even the earth has this tendency. The earth is rotating, for which it has a tendency to move the gases outward, throw it outwards. This is known as Coriolis force. Okay. Now, due to this force, what you need to remember is the winds never blow straight. In the northern hemisphere, they get bent towards their right. In the southern hemisphere, they get bent towards their left. This is a fact, always happening. In the northern